Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to explore an interesting topic in the world of TypeScript type, narrowing after restricting with conditional type. If you're working with TypeScript, you've probably encountered situations where you need to narrow down the type of a value based on certain conditions. But have you ever wondered if type narrowing is necessary after using conditional types to restrict the type in this video? We'll dive into the details and provide a clear answer to this question. We'll start by explaining what type narrowing conditional types are and how they're used in TypeScript. Then we'll explore the scenario where you've restricted the type of a value using conditional types and examine whether additional type narrowing is needed. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of these concepts and be able to apply them effectively in your own project. Let's start with some basics. Type narrowing is a process where we reduce the type of a value based on certain conditions or checks. This can be useful when working with values that may have multiple types, but we want to treat them as if they were of a specific type. Conditional types, on the other hand, are a way to restrict the type of a value based on some condition. They allow us to create complex type relationships and make our code more expressive. Now, let's say we've used conditional types to restrict the type of a value. For example, we might have a function that takes an argument x with a type that depends on another argument e. We can use conditional types to express this relationship, like so: extends ux at. In this case, we've effectively restricted the type of x based on the value of c. But here's the question: do we still need to perform additional type narrowing after applying this restriction? The answer lies in understanding how conditional types work. When we use a conditional type, TypeScript essentially creates two possible branches for the type, one where the condition is true and another where it's false. By restricting the type using conditional types, we've already narrowed down the possibilities to one of these two branches. In other words, we've eliminated some of the possible types from consideration. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that we can't benefit from additional type narrowing. Depending on our specific use case, there may be further checks or conditions that allow us to refine the type even more. For instance, let's say we have a value x with a type that depends on e, and we've used conditional types to restrict it as mentioned earlier. We might still want to add additional checks based on other factors, like the presence of certain properties or methods. In such cases, performing additional type narrowing can provide further safety guarantees and help us avoid errors at runtime. However, this is only necessary if we have specific requirements that aren't already covered by the conditional types. To summarize, here are the main points to take away from our discussion. Type narrowing and conditional types serve different purposes in TypeScript. Conditional types restrict the type of a value based on certain conditions, effectively creating two possible branches for the type. By applying conditional types, we've already narrowed down the possibilities to one of these two branches. Depending on the specific use case, additional type narrowing may be beneficial to refine the type further. That's it for today's video. We hope you now have a better understanding of whether type narrowing is necessary after restricting with conditional types in TypeScript. Remember that while conditional types can significantly narrow down the possibilities, there might still be cases where additional checks are needed to provide further guarantee. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content on programming topics. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below.